Good morning, folks. It's 10:40, 10:24 a.m. Easy on that one. On the second month, 19th day, 2025. Right. I shouldn't even have to think about that. We have a lot of beaming going on, man. Especially on this half of the world here, from Hawaii west, even Hawaii itself. You can see some perturbations in these massive tendrils of water as framed out right there on this picture. So I'm going to get my pen out and I'm going to have quick markups because it's too much to let pass. It does not show you guys what I see going on, even around Hawaii. And Hawaii has a lot of devices added, not just that SPX sea-based radar. See Japan coming right through here and through here. So you have a device located out at sea right there where this arrow is pointing. I can't see that arrow too well. So that's doing a lot of aiming of this water. It's kind of causing it to dive south like this as this comes off of South America and comes over La Nina in itself. Mighty arc shape to this whiteout that they did right there. Right, I'll continue on with this imagery because some of the big rocks happen right here over you guys. Watch right over the center of your country. Bzz, bzz. Big slanter coming down here. Watch. And I'll go over these a little more in detail. And even down here in Antarctica, you got some blasts. It goes pop, pop, pop. And this one here stayed on for over 8 hours, as I calculated. And it was a ship right about here where I'm pointing. You see a lot of beaming even off the coast here. If I freeze on this last image here and do a little quick markup for you, you'll see what I'm talking about. Let's see if I can bring Antarctica into this. Well, I'll just do this screen real quick. That should be sufficient. So we can show the Indonesian islands too, because they're going to be influenced by the perturbations here. There's a device out here, and she's come off coast like this. You hear something that's come down and up and across here and here. So I would suspect a ship where I'm pointing at. If I look down here, I got rid of some of these now. You'll also see this line here. Right, here's your next red. This one here is next red. There something here has shot up the coast and across from this here and across there. You can see it's easy to triangulate if I take the lines back off. Alright, so I suspect you have a ship at sea beaming up the coast here. I'll do that again. I'm not really happy with that color. It's too much red. Let's go white. How thick is the line? Instant enough. Right. Okay, so this just caused a block on this corner. Okay. Things are going to have a difficult time getting across here without diving under that line right there. And there's a lot of stuff going on here. And near the Xmas Peninsula, big scalar square here. Beams coming up and down, triangulating at something right there. Right about here. Because I'm doing the triangles of lines that are pointing at a device. Right there. It's making an arrow shape. But it's even come down if you see through here. That's probably a Jordan device. That's pretty big. But NextRed can't reach that far. Yeah. We're watching them do something to a NextRed over in, that I posted on my wall over in the Townsville area over at the military base. So you never know what they have at military bases. I'm just marking some interference pattern lines here. Because they have this big storm here. It looks like a big ear. And I'm making sure I know it's where it's going to go, and that it looks to me like its path is coming out here. A lot of, even this big beam coming up through here has really set up where the flows are going to go on. Yeah, and the beam came up from down there. Yeah, that's going to go like that. Look at this over Alice. If I zoom in here. Big beams, man, and a scalar square down low. Another one here. You got a lot of interference patterns in that area right there where I'm pointing. Okay, so if I see some earthquake activity in that area here, or maybe the hills of Adelaide or something. I'm not going to be surprised at all, and not at all. This area here is effectively closed. If you got these islands here, and the EMF has shut that off to flow. Nothing's coming through there. So this whole tendril's being directed that way, and the cut here has forced some of this north to then come into that there. This is where that system is going to form, and you will have a cyclonic system forming probably exactly this spot right there. Right there. And look at the beams coming up here to help form it. Yeah, it's even on the back side. You got a curved one like this. Look, if I zoom in here, see these lines? They're coming right through. Coming right through where it's wanted. They're intersecting here. So you have another either ship or an island here with devices on it. But it just looks like a big mess, don't it? EMF blows. It makes Mr. happy. It goes sad. In my whales along the coast. Yeah, it's not fun to have to mark these maps up some days. And I'm going to zoom back out now. And this Antarctica action has had an effect of this moisture here is pretty much blocked from going. Let's see if we can get it up. You see the big pulse coming across? It rocked all the way to the South Pole. See this here? See the V pointing here? It's Jordan. You have a big beaming event going on today. This is pretty much what I'm on here to cover and to document how they're moving the water around. And so if you think this storm isn't held here, that I'm going to show you some other imagery of inside a wall of electromagnetic frequency and being aimed, you would need to, you got some learning to do, because I'm showing you it is the big beam out here. I'm very concerned for this system over here forming something major. I don't want it to. So many beams hitting you, New Zealand. You were at big risk right about here, where I'm pointing at. As I did some calculating over the last few days, and a lot of waveforms have been intersecting there from some really big devices. You got another ship right here. Alright, they ain't hiding their guilt from me. This is precipitable moisture. Okay, you make a condensate, I'm gonna know. I'm gonna know. So if we go back into some of the close-up, and I go on right back to that 0900 hour that I started with, look at the mess around New Zealand. And I say I'm very concerned for you guys, earthquake-wise, because of the amount of beams intersecting you. Surely by now you should be able to spot this without me all marking the map. But in case you haven't, I'm going to do it anyway. You see that white on there? They're starting to edit out the feed where you can't really see what's going on because their guilt is very evident at those moments where you'll see some weirdnesses. This is the center of that circulation. It's being lit up by the radar right about here at Westlands. See the square it made? Got another scalar square over here over the top of Christchurch. Got a radar beaming down like this, and it's going that way. So this moisture here folds around this and comes across. It makes you a bit wet, but it's going to go slow over towards that North Island, I'll tell you that. See the square here, Lane? You guys are a bit fucked over here, ain't you? Right there. Bit fucked. See that V out here? That's why I say you got a ship. And it's deploying EMF. Big beam here coming across the side. Bzzz, the fryer is on. We did have a minor space weather event. That it was just a quick flash and not anything that would lead to 8 hours worth of beaming. Hi, Alice. See that these lines intersecting right there? That's Alice Springs. She's fired a device. X marks the spot, man. X marks the spot. That's not little X. Bad-mannered child who's been run amok with his mouth with adults in meetings. Yeah, Elon. They say a lot about your character. Hey, when you raise a brat, you tell people, adults, to shut up. That's not very good manners. I think they was trying to simulate another one of those shots with John climbing in the under the desk to make it all look cute. Yeah, cute oppression. Big EMF lines are holding this one in place. I'm sorry, I comment on a lot of things. Yeah, that's blocked. Possible entry point here. That radar's on, that's blocked. If this radar ain't on, it is possible that can come in. Just from reading that image. But when you look further into the imagery towards the last, but it is the last moment. Yeah, it's not good. Let's go to right before they hit the flash. What was the last image we have before they decided, fuck you, you don't deserve to see it? Yeah, that's how I look at things. We get the big fuck you from them. I'm sorry you don't like my swearing. I don't either, to be honest. Okay, river of moisture is disrupted here. I'm just going to draw barrier lines now. All right, that's going that direction. That's shaving that direction. It's an up and around. We got a cut off here that starts to back that up. And they sent this river south, man, in a big way. You ought to see how they dip that down. And when they put the EMF through here, it's going to cause a back tendril action to ripple through the tendril all the way from here to here. And with a bunch of some storms. And so we'll have to see how EMF cuts them. Got a big device here pointed up toward Pappy. Yeah, you see the stripes? Yeah, you got to learn to read these Legos. Hello, Townsville. Blasted much? Boy, you got some devices down there. That's your Jorn network, man. See how these beams all meet in this one dot here? Next, something's coming south, something's going north. All from that one spot. You have a device there. That means they're being up to their devices again. Well, same with the up coast here. The center point is where this square is here. It's not on land. In the Navy, you can fry the skies you see. In the Navy, modify the storms for our oppressors to please. Yeah, they really dove this tendril down. Watch this. I'll get this where you can see it run. Really dove it down. You see the beam shooting up over there right to the side of it? That just totally turned the river moisture there. That took a lot of energy to do. Yeah, just back the tendril up. And that does send a ripple effect through that entire tendril for thousands of miles. This blaster. See it come all the way up here? Look. Well, let me get that. Let me mark this one. You can see it. Let me get it on there. Hang on just a moment. That should have it. If you look at this thing, great. You know what's up here, don't you? Haarp. And it's very possible that Haarp has fired. Right? The actual Haarp device. Yeah. And we would have beam left the planet. It just leaves the atmosphere. See if they have a repeater ship out here somewhere. Yeah, that came all the way from up here. It can easily fire down there, and it could also fire through here. Look. Little line. Right on this side. Right there. Here it is again. We'll learn to read these images. Boy, did that thing rock the planet. There it is still. Yeah. Yeah, I say Haarp fired. That's Haarp firing. From up here. Blasted, man. Blasted. Bzz, getting fried, American style. American fries. Have it. Screenshot that. I'll keep that one. Let's go Haarp list. So we can find that later. That's not a very good letter A there, is it? Sad. It makes me sad. Yeah, that's a big blast. Big, big, big blast. What a shame, what a shame. So, it's these things even show up on satellite images, but today it'll be very difficult to see what's going on over here in an area that I want to look at. You can see where that dive down went, though, right in through here. Look at all the catalysts deployed for the EMF to create a viscous fluid in the sky that, when excited, it creates a barrier. See the square lines to this here, and these chem bomb mix out in the middle of the ocean. I don't think they get worried about a drought out there, Mr. Weather Creator. And does it go up in the haze all the way up? I'm just following. Yep, right over Hawaii. Right through here, see? The gap. I'm looking at the plaza. Oh, yeah, right to Haarp. Right to you, Jack. Right to your ass. It's a bust, man. This is a bust. Haarp has fired. You can't say it didn't. I just followed it down. Yeah. That's a bust. Absolute bust. And I don't think I'm gonna be able to use red for this, white for this one. See just the ripples through here. So you got a scalar square here. And you see the ripples in the pond here. Haarp is fired. That's Haarp. Okay, I definitely did some triangulating on that, and I'm satisfied with my own. Well, she dimpled the atmosphere too. Look at the chem bombs. Right in here, all these squares. Yeah. Haarp is fired. Haarp is blasted. Moving the atmospheric rivers of moistures as it's been designed to also do. I say designed because there's some nefarious people out. What do you see the look of this storm you got off Western Australia? That thing don't look like a pig, an ear. Nothing does. It does. It looks like a giant ear. Well, hear ye, geoengineering sucks. So let me roll this. Is this a few hours old? It's coming in about 2 hours ago. Something like that. I had a lot of correspondence. Look at the squares and the squares and the squares in here, right, as they're moving this along. That's why I said I'm a bit concerned about a passage inland in one of these spots, so I'm going to have to keep watching the radar. But it's supposed to track south and then off to the into the Indian Ocean proper. But you could see the geoengineer did that. That is not a circulation. You think that's circulation? Get out of here. Come on, prove it. How is it round? It's circular. You got to concede my point. That is a square farm. Right here in the center. By design. What is this? Number 72 racing over here? What the fuck is this? But it's geoengineer. They do all sorts of things. It's back to the square form, like the goat's eye. And then you look in the center and you see it again. Look where the squares are hitting. Square hitting square hitting square, man. You turn one, you'll turn them all. There's actually two squares. Big ones. Mighty elliptical with a straight line under it. Would you say there's been an EMF blast coming down there? I fucking say so. Because I showed you one. That's how it takes to do that. Yep. The blasting bastard's been busy over here. Look at this here. Mighty straight edges you got here. What's the angle of the dangle there? I think the angle of the dangle is Mother Earth is getting ticked. And you want to see anything more obvious? We got a skeleton over here. We got a 7. I think we've just crapped out. I like a 7. not naturally occurring cloud formations. Look at the plasma there. Look at the chem bombs over that. Does that a death knell for my ocean? Oh boy, I'm getting pissed off. I'm gonna roll some of this of what I've been watching. And let's go to today. Yeah, it's just the wet's continuing. As of this big long high here, fighting to be with this low, it's just dropping a dip every time it oscillates. And we know that this corridor where my hand is shut off. And nothing's flowing through there right now. Not freely from this river as it should. You're using the Venturi principles that just flow in restricted openings. Boring, boring, way it goes, way it goes. Yeah, like I said, that thing ain't no threat. People all panicking because they see some clouds together. I'm more worried about that low that's forming up here on this coast. As we're going to start seeing some action as we get into the weekend. How you doing there, Townsville area? Got the wets coming. Here it comes. And they're showing it moving in a different direction. This is where the uncertainty of this comes in. Until we see what beams are going to do. Anybody that says they know is full of it. Anybody that says be vigilant and watch this is smart. Yeah, quite organized. They're coming in towards Monday. They have her going over toward the west. That'd be nice. But if this is blocked, it can't. It's going to be a backup on the pressure. It's going to cause a flow to make her dip. And that's bad if that dips. Dip, dip, dip. Yep. You watch them spray. You watch them dip. You watch them spray, spray. Yep. The storm will dip because they spray, spray. What the hell is a nene anyhow? Was he being a horse being ridden? What the fuck was that all about? What is that crop all about? Yeah, I know what I did there. All right, they sending a tendril your way there, Vanuatu. They're splitting the stars. That's telling me they're going to have a beam on Wednesday. They had to send that way and that way. They said, this is not good. I'm just reading the pressures right now. But the beams are going to say it all. And when does the weather forecast ever tell us the truth anymore? Until we see the bees, we don't know where they're swelling the streams. We just get prepared. But it's starting to look good for the Rocky area. We got a couple more deployments to do with some homemade devices, and we might kill this thing entirely. I hope. There's going to be a brief window right about here. When it gets right there, a certain pressure applied down here will suck that storm right through here, coming up on Tuesday. So that's when we're going to make the tensor tool move. Yeah, you don't have to react. I'm just communicating with one person. I told him I would do a determining. And that's what I wanted to show you guys. Let's see what your temp's going to be like. I think the roaster's still on out west. You ain't putting all those microwaves on out. Get hot. Yeah. Yeah, they turned on the roaster. Bzz, 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 bzz. Fry, fried, fry, sky, yeah, fried you, turning on the roaster. At least I'm seeing some cools coming to the coast here. Hey, some of you people are going to have some sweatshirts on at night. You're going to need them woolies. And this is in the evening hours, your time. You would have had a fair day, actually. Coldness is down all the way through Sydney and all that. But, if they wanted you to put your heater on, I think that would make Mr. Bird say, excellent. Oh, no, we don't have enough electric to keep up with you. We want a surveillance state. It's not giving me what I'm asking. So let me yeah, that's about right. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Brrr. I said the camera bam 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 bam. Boy, you guys gonna get cold down there. My deepest sympathies. I can relate. I would rather see 9 degrees than this 3 degrees you see in my corner with the wind chill. It's fucking cold, man. They should just tell you when it's -3 and it's raining. They should just tell you it's fucking cold and be done with it. But it looks like we're starting to head towards some of your fall patterns. Yeah, quite hot that day though. You won't be out west. Be baking a Warburton's bun. Yeah, yeah. If there's a fire, the EMF fire made it hot, hot, hot. Again, it's not giving me the graphic I want. Let me turn some of the mimic off. Yeah, that's still fair hot. At least it's not 45, right? That's nice to say. But for this time of year, you should be starting to get cold. We should start to see these tendrils come up. And well, as I'm starting to see these blues showing up in the Blue Mountains, as far as, temperature graphs go, you're starting to head to winter. Eight, day. Yeah, 7. Yeah, that's tonight. And then the roaster comes on. Yeah, that's going to fuel some very volatile thunderstorm. That's what I needed to see. Is where's this tendril of heat going? Fucking beamed your asses. So, thunderstorm wise, this is important. Yeah, West have it that day. Now, I'm watching this pocket through here. With that heat and that cold mix, it's volatile. And there was a big blast that came went over Sydney. That shit looked horrendous. Hey, I seen your pictures. I'm watching. Yeah, right over where I'm pointing, because of that beam, it backed up the flow. So you are going to get some storms through there in the Kalgoorlie area tomorrow. It's over here. Yeah, but they should already have started spraying. Yeah, it's coming your way. You want to see a batch of chem go past? Since they don't want to show me in a NASA worldview too good, I'm not going to show you my other site. Yeah, they're setting you up for it too here, the EMF corridor. Look at this racer here coming down. What's what they said over Sydney, man? Hi, have a coughing cold. Just a big blast of sickness, Mick. Big sky sharks, boom ba doom ba boom, big sky sharks. Look at this crap. I just want to hold the dog's nose in it when they're shitting on the carpet, and when people are shitting in the sky, how do you rub their nose in that? And what's regretfully forbidden needs to just become done. Look at this. This is chemtrails over. This is Sydney. Right over here. Right, that's like Sydney. This is chemtrails. Did you see fog out here today? Did you know that these loopies like these ones here? It's not a naturally occurring cloud formation. They're all pointing where my arrow is. Like where the lines are pointing. Look at the big square. Look at this square. A circle gets us a square. Yeah, look, that's a hell of a formation they made right there. Hey, that's sickness mix, man. These are chembombs. Over top of a forest. Over mountains. Over streams. Over wildlife. That's so beautiful. To see it is most people's dreams. And if you don't dream to see stuff like that, poke your eyes out, because you don't know what beautiful is, and you never will. Yep, New Zealand, not looking too good, so I've got to roll to your forecast a bit. Your chem was pretty relentless coming in, but it ran into this field of EMF here north of Christchurch. See that there? The fryer was on, man. The fryer is on. See if we can get a good shot for you and do a zoom. Cascading chem bombs of New Zealand. That's right. All y'all matter. It's just hard to remember what to cover every day. And well, I don't like being the broken record. Look at these dots here. Evenly spaced plumes. Get your ruler out. Chem bomb deployment. Yeah. Oh, sure. Everything looks like somebody took all the chocolate off a coconut bar and just throwed it in the sky. Get out of here. Look at the chem over Auckland. Again, that city center. You guys, that's sickness mix. See the big square here? See it? See it? Are you denying that's a square? Are you a square denier too? Are you a geoengineering denier? I have to ask, why? 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 Look, in the center of that cloud. You told me that's a naturally occurring cloud formation. I'll tell you Open your eyes, look up to the sky and see how deep and blue it used to be. Uh, Really, it's such a sad thing to watch go on. Your totals are not all that pleasant to watch being lied about. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't know other way to put it than being lied about. So New Zealand, let me roll you through some of your action. Now remember, now the flow through the strait is shut. Oh, we got a little wintry mix there off the coast of Kaikoura showing up. It's going to get nipply there, man. Turn on the fire, make you a hot cocoa, get your blanket out and cuddle up with your significant other. And if you ain't got one, well, cuddle up with yourself. Think about you and touch yourself. I looked at the sky, it was like something else. They sprayed and I came by and I screamed, go fuck yourselves, you spraying bastards, go fuck yourselves. Oh no, oh yes, oh yes. 500 ways to go fuck yourself. Ooh, yeah, that's right, I'm swearing. Get over it. My broadcasts are not made for children. If my swearing keeps you from playing for kids, good. I want them to know we're making a wonderful world with deep blue skies for everyone and trees that are beautifully green, not covered in algae like we'd see on rocks in the streams. Yeah, man, we gotta have that sunshine coming back out. See, that event came on by fair quick for you guys down there, right? Fair quick, fair quick. Are they going to let you say kia kaha and hold your fists in the air anymore? Is that going to become a hate symbol? At what point is it the watching your law book becoming a hate symbol to far too many? It's like you've already had a big batch over there, kaka. Yeah, but the coastline over here is still slated. Yeah, I haven't even took you all the way through to oh my guides of it all. So I'm watching very closely this tendril out here. I don't believe that Wendy's telling us the truth until I see the beans that are going to deflect the moisture and the Haarp blast that, like I showed you today, is going on. I think somebody's lying to us. I think you're going to get a lot more rain than that. I don't think they're telling you. And that's a big question. Why would somebody want harm to come to people or cattle? Perhaps maybe you got an interest in keeping you well or to keep you sick. Perhaps they have an interest in fake food. Perhaps they want all the vegetables to be grown in a warehouse under light bulbs that Mr. Bird sells electric to. Perhaps if you thought this was really going on, or you don't believe in it even, would you want this to go on? Oneness is listening to you. Yes or no? Would you want this weather modification I'm showing you to go on? Would you want that big cloud of toxins that went over Sydney today and over Auckland today to become the norm of your life? Or as the legacy to your children? I don't think you would. But you talk the oneness right now. Oneness is always watching. It's always listening. Big love. Peace.